If you don't have access to LinkedIn Recruiter, or you find yourself spending more time doing site searches purely because you find that the search results are more accurate, then this video is for you. Brendan here, aka the Savvy Recruiter. Now, when we do a site search, one of the biggest challenges is actually keeping track of who you've seen and also visibility effectively of information or notes. So today I want to introduce you to a super cool tool called WhenX, which will really help supercharge what you are doing. If you do like the content of this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and without further ado, I'm going to move across onto my desktop. So here we have done a site search on Google, and just to show you what this site search is, but also to do a bit of an introduction if you're new to site searching, we have sitelinkedin.com/in. Now what this effectively will do is this searches, the sitelinkedin.com searches only at LinkedIn, and the /in refers to a person. So on every profile, including yours, you will always see the URL written like this linkedin.com/in. Now the in title Python specifically refers to this line here. So this is called an in title, and we have the word Python in title. So we're searching for the word Python in the title, Python, 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 and we can keep going down the page and we will see this all the way down this page here. Now we are now searching for an engineer or developer, so we're looking for an engineer or developer, and then we're going to use one of the Google operators, which is this around function. It should actually be written in capitals, so we'll just change that. But London around 8 connections. So what I'm going to do is just correct what I've done here. I'm going to do Control A, Control V. We'll put this in. And what this effectively will do is if we just open this profile in a new tab, this is searching the word London, which we can see here, around 8 words of this connection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 connections. Okay, so it's using this information and it's saying I want to see a word that is around a specific amount of words of another word. So what we want to do here is, let's say for example that we've got a brand new requirement and we're working on this position, and now I personally like to do site searching. I have access to LinkedIn Recruiter, but I will often do a site search quite quickly depending on what the role is. If I know there's going to be lots of candidates available, if it's more of a niche search, I may not do it so quickly. But I actually find searching and doing site searches a lot more accurate than using LinkedIn Recruiter. So let's say for example that I'm going through this list of candidates. What I'm able to do is I can open up a new tab and we can use a Google Chrome extension called WhenX, which I will leave in the comments below. And what that enables you to do is once you have it installed, you have this green bar here which says add. So if I was to click add here, it allows me to select different pools, and if you want to create a new pool, you can write whatever the name of the pool is in here. You can select a color, and here is one that I did earlier which has Python. We can leave notes, and maybe this is motion design video, so we can put Python, video design. So maybe you've had a conversation with him and you are, kind of writing your notes here, looking for 70k. Let's say he had a 2 months notice period. And we're going to put all the information effectively that we would do when we're talking to them. Now that could be via, we've had a phone conversation, maybe it's via email, maybe it's by messaging, it could be anything. But what we're going to do is we are then going to save this candidate here. And what you'll notice is that on this profile, if we just make it a little bit bigger, you will see that we have this Python here, so it categorizes or tags your candidates. If we click on this scanned, we can open it up, but more importantly when we're doing this site search, if we just refresh this page, we can see this blue scanned bar effectively. So I would be able to open this up, Python video design engineer looking for 70k 2 months, and it could be effectively whatever we have written within this search bar. So if we just do one more, So here we have Val, who is open to work. Maybe we've sent him a message and we've had a brief conversation with him. We can click add. He is a Python developer. Now what we can also do is we can use this candidate status to scanned. It could be favorite, it could be contacted, it could be replied, it could be rejected. So the big thing that we want to be doing is we want to be using this. Maybe we sent him an email or a message and he has responded back. We've recognized it. We've had, looking for, let's say, 75k, 2 weeks, 2 weeks notice, and we talked about whatever it may be effectively, and we'll create a few lines just for this, but we can now see effectively that this changes. So we can see that we've had a conversation with this person before. We can see that this person is something to do with Python, and we can also expand this out and we can see the notes that are there. So if we were to go back onto this site search here, and if we just redo this, we can see this here has changed. So using kind of the status is really, really important, because we can see, right, I've come across this person, maybe I've not had a conversation with them, I've just identified them, they look really, really good, but we can use these different statuses to go, right, we've reached out to, we've responded, we've contacted, they've replied, whatever it may be, which means that when you are doing maybe your 5th site search for something that's completely different in a year down the line, effectively, you have all of the notes that are super easily accessible for you. Appreciate your time. If you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Please remember, like and subscribe, and happy hunting.